So let's talk about the Blackfoot a little bit and why I love this knife so much. This is always going to have a special place in my heart because the Blackfoot is the knife that I launched Montana Knife Company with. As I thought about building this company, I was sitting around kind of thinking like, what knife can I make that kind of can do everything? And why would I call this the Blackfoot knife? What I came up with is a knife that I could do anything in the Blackfoot Valley where I grew up, the Blackfoot River Valley. It's a very special place. It's home to elk and deer, bird hunting, fishing. It's got amazing fly fishing. It's got the Bob Marshall Wilderness right on the edge of it and the Scapegoat Wilderness. It's a very cool place. And in the Blackfoot Valley, you can hunt and fish and do all kinds of different outdoor activities. And you can do that all with just this knife. Now, this knife may not be perfect for like a fleshing job, a big knife like a bear tooth. It might not be the perfect, large skinning knife, right? But if you need a knife to where you can take it out and go fly fishing, this is a great little knife. If you need to cape out a deer that you shoot or a caribou or an elk, you can use this knife. This knife has got plenty of size to be able to gut out an entire elk or a moose or a bear, something that's large, but it's small enough that it's not cumbersome to carry. And quite frankly, we carry our knife way more than we actually use our knife. That knife needs to be available to be able to be useful. So when I came up with the idea of Montana Knife Company, that's what I wanted, is an all-purpose knife. To me, this is kind of the perfect knife. It does it all. It's got a hard handle on it, our G10 handle scales. That handle scale material does not warp, it doesn't crack, it doesn't absorb water or blood. It fits well in the hand, but you can also choke up on this knife. I can get my finger all the way to the tip of that knife. So when I'm running up through the cavity of an animal, I'm not poking into the gut cavity, okay? This knife has enough tip to do some caping. It's sturdy enough to be able, if you had to baton it through a little bit of wood, or if you had to carve off some shavings to start a fire in the woods, you could do that. This knife also comes with a sheath that allows you to do exactly what I was talking about, which is carry it in an accessible way. It clicks into place, and you can carry it on your backpack strap, you can carry it on your belt. In fact, I carry a Blackfoot on my belt all the time, and you can take that off your belt without taking your belt off, which is really cool. You can put it back on your belt, you can put it on a pack strap, anything like that with our really cool clip design that we came up with. So I don't like the clips that you lock onto something and then you're stuck there. If I drop my pack in the field and I want to do a final stalk, and maybe that stalk's going to take hours, you shoot a deer or an elk, and you need to get that animal opened up, especially in archery season, it's hot out. You need to open that animal right away. Then you can go back and get your pack and your gear and whatnot. But to me, you should always have that knife on your belt, even while you're doing like a final stalk. This blade length is 3 3/8 of an inch from the front of this handle to the tip of the knife. That leaves you a 7 3/4 inch overall length. So again, it's not a real big knife, but it's big enough to get the job done. And I think it speaks volumes to me, in my opinion. This is the knife I made when I was trying to come out with our company and kind of make a statement and say, this is the only knife that you need to carry. This knife will do every job out there. And again, it's purpose built to be able to do everything. It's kind of a general utilitarian hunting knife, kind of that classic drop point hunting knife. So the Blackfoot will be back in stock March 2nd on our website. That's perfect time for fishing season starting. Spring bear is firing up just after that. Turkey season's gonna be happening. Father's Day is coming up in June. It's gonna be a great gift for anybody. And if you're wondering about what knife can I get, I'm not sure what my buddy's really gonna like. He does lots of different kinds of hunting. You know, my dad or my daughter or somebody's a hunter, but I don't exactly know what knife they wanna use. You could always be safe by buying a Blackfoot because it does it all. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's absolutely just right. So March 2nd, get a Blackfoot in stock full-time on our website. I'm stoked about it. This is really the knife that I generally suggest to people when they ask me if you could just choose one of your knives, what would you carry? It's the Blackfoot. Get yourself one.